market's actually reacting to this. Put this into perspective for us.
Yeah, it's interesting because you are seeing JPMorgan shares down now about 2.8% on the heels of this news that was reported in a regulatory filing. JPMorgan says that this is for financial diversification reasons for Dimon himself. He owns a lot of stock of JPMorgan.
He's got a lot of stock, but I saw this story first thing this morning, and I'm thinking, James Gorman, are you going to be next, Mr. Dimon?
Certainly.
And that's got a diversification. Yeah, great. Yep.
Diversifying away from JPMorgan. No, you know, it's interesting because the Financial Times has a line in their story about not reading it this way, not reading it too much as a CEO transition.
Shocker.
We know Jamie Dimon likes to stick around at
Another 5
JPMorgan.
years.
But remember, this man is worth about $2 billion according to Bloomberg Billionaires, this index. He has a lot of stock. He doubled down on the stock at different points in history.
Yep.
It used to be a talking point that he's never sold a JPMorgan share. But if you've never sold a JPMorgan share, then you know your wealth is pretty much accumulated. Yeah, it's concentrated. So it makes some sense. This represents about like 12% of his total stock holdings, but he still holds hundreds of millions worth of JPMorgan stock.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just needs to, you know, buy stuff. Maybe vacay, buy a townhouse. I mean,
I know, but if you are, is this the first indication that finally the process is underway? That's got to be what people are assuming.
At JPMorgan, the process has been underway for so long.
Exactly.
Think about how many successors
there's been.
Concrete. This is concrete. This is definitely something. And you know, actually, Mike Mayo came out with a whole note about this and said this is also what he sees as reasonable given a more bearish view of the future. When you saw Jamie Dimon really doubling down, it was post 2008, it was 2016, it was when there was kind of
pretty good at calling things.
Yeah, and that's why you're also seeing the stock reacting.
Except his retirement.
Well, no, he hasn't called his
5 years after 5 years after 5 years after 5 years.
He's got a pretty good idea of what's going on out there.
And he says he doesn't like to call things, but look at his treasury market calls for the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's very
Him
different.
versus Bank of America look pretty incredible on that note.